Hey you guys, Kimochi Taro here, back again. I know what you're thinking. What? Another one-shot review? Yes, unfortunately, yes. I am so sorry. Just get cut to the chase. I do have a new editing software that I'm trying out. Unfortunately, at the time when I was recording or my spoiler review of the Rise of Skywalker, which was I think yesterday, I was recording yesterday. Um, my camera died, and I really wanted to hurry up and because I needed to sleep for work. I just used my phone again, and unfortunately, my laptop couldn't read or the footage, I guess, so that crapped, and it took some of my footage, so now it was all gone. Try editing, salvaging it somehow through my phone and using the editing software in there. It's really clunky. I just got frustrated, and I figured, you know what? Since the movie's been out for at least a while now, everyone's probably seen it. I'm just gonna go straight for it for spoiler review. Just do one shot, get my points out in the open, and such. So here we go for the one shot review of The Rise of Skywalker. Um, yeah, you guys saw my last video. I just posted like a little small reaction. Yeah, I was really exhausted when I saw that. I came out of work and I had to pick up someone from the airport that same day. So I only slept for maybe like three hours, maybe a couple of hours, and then I saw the first showing at 9:30 a.m. The following day and I passed out for like 15 minutes, so I missed a good chunk. So that is why I wasn't able to give you my full like review for you guys. It just didn't feel right to me. Um, so on Sunday I saw the film again, and my opinion has changed. But it doesn't excuse the issues I really still have with it. So let's just get into the nitty gritty. Um, I'm gonna start with the positives because there's like way less than the negatives. Usually I would like to get the negatives out of the way, but let's just get the positives out of the way. Okay, it's a Star Wars film. It looks great. Like it just looks fantastic, guys. I love the animatronics that they do. I don't know if some people didn't notice, but I did. Maz Kanata in this film is an animatronic. They just CGI'd her lips and stuff to talk. It was a little off-putting just because like you had her really you completely CGI in um, Force Awakens and the Last Jedi. So why now animatronic? I don't know if it's just because people are complaining about the CGI on her. Guys, you almost like the Hulk. It's kind of hard to make a very bright color like that work in the real world type of sense. I know it's sci-fi, but you get what I'm saying in a real plane. Um, sorry, excuse me. Anyway, um, but yeah, the visuals are just stunning and the effects are great. The battles are really cool. Especially my favorite would be the one probably on the Death Star, the wreckage of the Death Star between Rey and Kylo. That's really fun. It's really neat. Um, the only sorry, I'm trying to stick to positives right now. What else? I liked Leia's scenes. From what they salvaged from the footage from The Force Awakens. Some of it is from The Force Awakens. I actually saw a video. I think it was Mr. Sunday Movies. If you guys haven't seen him, check him out. He's a really cool YouTuber. They took a sample from the trailer they used, like when she says, I think that it's in the Force Awakens trailer where she says, "Never doubt a droid." That was from the trailer, which was interesting. I like towards the end where we have all like the voices of the Jedi, like Qui-Gon, Mace Windu, Hayden Christensen's Anakin, Obi-Wan, and there's a couple people from Rebels, as far as I heard or know. I'm sorry, I don't mean to list it like in an awkward way. I'm just trying to prep myself for the negatives here, because I did like some stuff. Um, I actually do kind of like Kylo's arc in this film, even though I think it's a little muddy with this. The score is fantastic. It's great to hear. It's a little disappointing that John Williams will not be doing another Star Wars movie after this. A little sad. I love his cameo. That looked cool. Other than that, I think that's pretty much the positive. So I'm sorry, guys. I'm going to go into negatives. I promise I will be. I will be really nice. Okay, I mentioned I like the action. Even though I do, I think it looks good. I'm sorry, but like, there was no levity in this film. Like, I say what you will about the Last Jedi, and yes, I am one of those few that do really like the Last Jedi. I think it's better than the Force Awakens and this film. And I'm probably as I'm speaking, you're hitting dislike or talking shit in the bottom. Listen, it's my opinion. You don't have to agree with it. It's cool. We're movie fans. We can have disagreements. It's all good. Um, but here's the thing. At least in the Last Jedi, the fights had levity, especially with the opening, with the X-wing and stuff, and the again poorly choreographed, but at least the scene where they're fighting in Snoke's little chamber or whatever, his little area, whatever, with the red guards. Those were really cool. But it had levity. Shoot, even the prequels had levity, and the prequels don't really hold up that well, except maybe three. Three is like a nice guilty pleasure for me. I love it. Um, but yeah, this had no levity, and it didn't. The pacing didn't help either. It When I first saw it, I was a little shocked how fast it was going. It was just going left and right. Here we go. And for those of you that like complained about the whole planet jumping from Rogue One, and I think the Last Jedi did that too the most. This one just takes it to another level. It doesn't leave room to breathe. Even the comedy with when they try to do it. Don't get me wrong, the comedy's been kind of hit and miss in the Force Awakens and in the Last Jedi, but this one, with comedy, it comes timing. And at least in my opinion, again, comedy and films are subjective. What you find funny, I may not find funny, or vice versa. They didn't let the jokes sit for just a little bit. Like, literally, they could be saying like, "Oh, why the chicken cross the road? Get out of the side to get to the other side." They just automatically said the punchline really fast to get it over with. It was really bad. And they really did overstuff this whole film. I honestly believe, in my opinion, I know some people disagree. This could have been two parts. I know for those of you out there are like typing away saying that like, but Jordan, George Lucas's idea was a nice film for the Skywalker saga. And listen, we live in a modern age. I think most of us expect the finale to at least be two parts, if not at least a little longer. This was like, I believe, 2.5. This should have been slightly a little longer, just to give some room. Because here's the thing, even though another kind of semi-positive, it's great seeing Ian McDiarmid back as Palpatine. He looks like he had fun with the role. It was cool, but here's the thing. It leads into another negative. I have never seen the most sloppiest opening crawl in my life. That was just so sloppy. Oh, the mysterious transmission just came out of nowhere, and it's Palpatine is back. And for God's sakes, what's his name that was in the Hobbit movie and in the Lord of the Rings movies? And I hear that he's friends with JJ. Cool that he put his friend in there. Whatever. It was a little distracting to me personally. He randomly brings up in the conversation, like, how is he back? Well, it could possibly be cloning like he did the last time with the clones. Really? That's how you're gonna explain everything? Literally, I think what's mostly frustrating to me right now, more than anything, is that this film had something. Like, as I was watching it a second time, there is a good story here. There is something here. But here's the thing: you just cramming so much in this film that, like, none of it has any levity. Like, honestly, if this was Splendor 2, Part 1 should be literally the setup of how Palpatine got back into this situation. If you had to put him there. I don't think you needed to, because The Last Jedi made it kind of clear that Kylo Ren wanted to say, forget F the stupid dark side, F the fucking First Order, F the Jedi, F everything. And I thought that was kind of neat. Like, he wanted to be on his own and stuff. You already kind of had a semi-villain here. He was already become the super villain. Like, that's all you just needed to move on. Literally, the first part just could have been a setup. The second part could have been, again, the big battle and the war and, coming up with the plan to stop Darth Sidious. Anyway, I'm sorry if I'm speaking sporadically. I'm just trying to get everything in my head because there's just so much in this film. Also, okay, I'm sorry. Again, bringing up Last Jedi. A lot of people like to bitch, saying that, like, Rian Johnson wasted Phasma, but people keep forgetting JJ did the same. And JJ kind of did it again. He overhyped the Knights of Ren. Ryan Johnson didn't do nothing with the Knights of Ren. That's fine. Even though he kind of should have added them. They kind of still overhyped them a little bit, and they did nothing. They did nothing but stand around. And their intro is literally, you just see them once. They walk by a couple of stormtroopers, and one was all like, "Who's that?" "Oh, it's the Knights of Ren." I could have sworn one of them said, "Cool," but I doubt that. But it was just kind of like, okay, what the hell? Like, you overhyped them. Like, so far from what I'm getting here is the fan theories were a lot better than this film. Why weren't the Knights of Ren Jedi? Like, wouldn't it have been neat if like Kylo didn't kill um the rest of Luke's students? What if like some of the students joined with Kylo and became the Knights of Ren? And I know they didn't have lightsabers in this film, but like, shoot, let's, if we're gonna go balls to the wall with this film, how about like only the main leader of the Knights of Ren should have a lightsaber? The rest of them could use their force powers and they use other weapons. Because in this film, and so my friend brought this up last night, in The Force Awakens they do bring up weapons that kind of can go up against lightsabers. Even The Last Jedi showed that, so it's not completely impossible. I'm just saying, you know. Another thing is, I know a lot of people didn't like how Hux went out or like how he was treated. I didn't mind him being a spy because from the two parts he seemed kind of Weasley. Like, he seemed kiss assy to Snoke in The Force Awakens, and then in The Last Jedi he became a little bitch. So he's a little Weasley bitch. I'm not surprised he became the spy, but it happened so quickly that like he just gets shot out like nothing, and and that's a thing. I lost my train of thought. See, there's just so much in this film. I'm trying to think. What am I missing here? What am I missing? Oh, I keep bringing up The Last Jedi. I promise you this is probably the last time. Maybe this film would have been better if they stuck with the continuity. I know the main issue everyone agrees with, that there was no plan for this trilogy. They just wanted to do it randomly, and yeah, they shouldn't have gone out like that. But here's the thing, like, don't get me wrong, Ryan Johnson kind of threw out a lot of stuff in The Last Jedi, but here's the thing, at least he kind of kept with what JJ was doing. Again, for those of you that don't know, and JJ said it verbally, it's been written, Daisy Ridley has confirmed this, Rey's origin was supposed to be she came from no one. That was the original idea, until probably, again, just a theory, I don't know if this is confirmed, until everyone complained, saying like, "Oh, she needs to be connected to someone." Then JJ kind of just bent the knee and be like, "F it, let's just appease these damn nerds and such." I'm sorry if it sounds offended. I'm just trying to, I just try to be blunt about this. So that was the whole. Oh, speaking, since we're leading into that, the whole Rey Palpatine thing. It's okay. It just puts up more questions than answers. I was like, when the hell did Palpatine shack up with a chick? You know what I mean? Like, oh god, I'm just imagining him in bed, and he's all like, "Oh, that's good, yes, I feel you." I'm sorry. Basically, I feel stronger. I'm sorry. Please don't be offended. Please don't freaking block. What do you call flag me on this? Uh, anyway, I thought that was weird, and since we're just going balls to the wall for the spoilers. Leading to Palpatine. Yeah, he was really wasted here. If you really had to bring him up, why did you overhype him with the freaking lightning? Like, after he sucks the essence from Kylo and Rey, he just blurs out this lightning that shuts down everyone. I know some people didn't like it. I just thought, like, when it first came out, I was like, damn! I was like, oh, this is going to be good. This is going to be good, because Rey showed that she could do the lightning, so I figured, like, oh, this would be a sick battle. And no, she just clanged a couple lightsabers and defeated him, like Mace Windu kind of, how Mace Windu burnt Darth Sidious the first time. God, Darth Sidious, that's kind of fucked up. He looked horrified, so he probably got like some flashbacks to when he got his face burned. He's like, oh god. And it was so wasteful. Like, and by the way, this movie was already going balls to the wall. Why didn't you guys go further by like since he was sucking some of the essence from Kylo and Rey? Why didn't you turn him slightly younger? Like, don't get me wrong, don't make him like Kylo and Rey's age. Just make him slightly younger to be a little agile with the lightsaber. Wouldn't that have been actually kind of neat? Like, he grew a little younger, he had a lightsaber, he just goes like ham on both of them with lightsabers, flinging them around and stuff. It would have been neat. Oh, and last night I was following. I followed this YouTuber, his podcast named John Campio. Also, you should watch him. He gives you the really good info. He's never stirred me wrong with his info. He brought up, and the person in his live stream was bringing up, is that like, okay, his original plan was to have Rey kill him so he could become her. But then again, he barely found out in the middle of the movie that he could suck the essence and become slightly younger, so he didn't need a user. You get what I'm saying? That's a little dumb. There's a lot of inconsistencies. Oh, and my friend brought up last night, and he doesn't like The Last Jedi. He's like, wait, didn't they broke Luke's lightsaber in the Last Jedi? And they did. They split it in half. Don't get me wrong, you can repair it, but I don't think it'd be that seamless. That's a little bit of a continuity error. Let's just get this out of the way too. Again, sorry for the scrambling. Yeah, J.J. Abrams literally just eliminated The Last Jedi. Like, I honestly think that most people could go see this without watching The Last Jedi, if you're that concerned. They do some. I think people or exaggerate, like the whole like they don't bring stuff over. They kind of do bring stuff over. Like they bring over how Rey and Kylo can when people are really connected with the Force with each other, they could almost see where they're at, like their plane, like of where they are at, and they could kind of touch each other a little bit or like feel some of the environment that's in there. I thought that was pretty neat from The Last Jedi. And by the way, yeah, JJ, you made that so muddy. Ryan Jensen actually did a pretty good job. Whereas, like, I thought it was pretty neat just because, like, he can't really grab her or touch. Like, he could do a slight touch, but he can't grab anything from her. He could feel droplets. I don't know. I just thought that was neat. Just be a little simple. But like, no, people are just they're grabbing each other's lightsabers and stuff. I don't know. It's kind of cool, but kind of muddy because like you see her hit when they're fighting in different areas. She's on Kylo's ship. Kylo's on a planet, and when they're fighting each other, Rey hits like a bag of berries, and it goes all over the place in the ship. But if you watch the floor at the end of the fight, like the berries are not there, so they have some sort of like connection. I guess they have to touch it in order for them to bring it. So I guess it kind of makes sense, but kind of it's a little muddy. JJ, you should have made that smoother. Anyway, but speaking of like balls to the wall, whose bloody idea of getting away with not using the Death Star was to make all the Star Destroyers Death Stars? Honestly, like, again, Star Wars has been a little bit ridiculous sometimes. Even in the originals, it all has been. It's a good fun, though. But I could believe, again, the Death Star could destroy a planet. I could believe that. I could believe Starkiller Base being twice the size of a planet, killing multiple planets. I could believe that because they're huge and they're planet size. I don't believe a ship can contain that much power into that, and let alone the starships get destroyed by like someone brought this up on a podcast I was watching that, and yeah, it's true, they shoot at the blasters and the whole ship goes down. Isn't that weird? Like they built the flaw in the original Death Star into it. Isn't that weird? I don't know. And since we're talking about towards the end again, it's really anticlimactic and such. Let's just get the. Oh wait, speaking of I was talking about things that Last Jedi brought over. They brought back Luke, and I know it's kind of a slap in the face when Luke grabs the lightsaber as a Force ghost and said like, "Hey, you treat this with respect." I thought it was kind of a, like a lot of people, it is a kind of a slap to the face to The Last Jedi. Although I feel like it kind of went with it just because like at the time he didn't want anything to do with the lightsaber, but now like he knows to respect it now because of the events of what he went through, and such. Yeah, but other than that, yeah, it kind of retcons it. You see Rose, but they don't really deal with it. Like Finn and her just kind of like, "What's up?" That's pretty much it. They don't deal with that, and I thought that was a little dumb. I was like, then what was the point of bringing her in? They should just cut her off. Um, but okay, yeah. Let's just talk about the elephant in the room. Rey and Kylo kiss. Uh, that is, I don't know where. Even watching the second time, I don't believe it. It's whatever. Um, honestly, um, I kind of thought it was like a friendly kiss, like, oh, thank you for bringing me back to life. But I don't know. A lot of people, I want to bring that up to people. People don't see it that way, and yeah, I don't believe it anymore. It's a little out of nowhere. Um, honestly, this movie's just a big mess. It just needed more setup. Um, and her saying her name, like Skywalker, I get it, but I don't think it was earned when she said she was a Skywalker. Like I honestly thought before she was gonna say she's a Palpatine, and I think it would have been better if she said a Palpatine, 'cause, like, embrace who you are, don't be afraid, and it would have been made more sense. Shoot, I know his name's Ben Solo. I know Kylo Ren's name is Ben Solo. But like, I thought it would have been interesting if and Disney would have had balls if they killed Rey, and then Kylo was the one to finish off Palpatine, and then it's the Rise of Skywalker. Like he is a part. He does have a blood of a Skywalker, even though his last name's different. I thought it would have been the Rise of Skywalker with Kylo at the end, because so far Kylo is the only one that has at least a good arc. Don't get me wrong, it's more muddy due to this film, but at least he had a decent arc. Rey had an arc, but again, it's not that strong. Um, yeah, guys, overall, like, this is just kind of a bloody mess. Um, and it's full of what do you call scapegoats or Deus Ex Machinas, if I'm saying that correctly. Like I forgot what the word I'm looking for is. Like, basically, everything is convenient to them. Like they were somehow they had to look for a ship. And somehow it was just stranded out in the middle of nowhere. No one has ever located the Pathfinder in there at all. Like, no one was able to find that item or the knife in there for years, and no one's gone to that ship. I know people say it's forbidden, but come on, really. And when they fall in that hole and they're trapped with that worm, they heal. The worm goes away and then opens the door for them to escape. That was dumb. They killed Chewie. Rey accidentally, kills him. I was a little shocked by that at first, but then he just comes back to life. It was just, haha, we got you, Hux. They thought they were going to get executed, then they just shot him. Yeah, just everything was convenient to them. It's just ridiculous. Oh, and they never dealt with, in the whole, with the whole, Finn tries to tell Rey something, but they never resolve that. JJ has said that, like, he just wants to tell her that he's force sensitive. I'm going to call BS, because the first two films have literally made it felt like Finn was going to confess his love to her, and they did grow a bond from those. They really did have a good bond in The Force Awakens. It's just a complete muddy mess. This really, like, if you guys enjoyed it, good for you guys. But here's the thing. Overall, I just think it's okay. I don't love it. I don't think it's that particularly good. I kind of like it, but that's what I'm saying. I think it's just okay. It's just I can't get over some of the whole mistakes and stuff, and just the most random stuff. See, even the dog's a little upset. Yeah, I don't know. You know what? And this new trilogy has gotten a lot of fans divided, more so than the prequels. And you know what? This is actually a good segue. I think I'm gonna revisit The Force Awakens and The Last Jedi in separate videos, and then I'm gonna review the trilogy as a whole. Was what I think about it. I just think we need to revisit, and maybe my opinion would change about The Last Jedi. Who knows? But overall, guys, if I had to score this film, it would probably be probably a 2 out of 5, as in meh. Like, it's alright. You could I want to say skip it, but then again, if you already seen the first two, you kind of already committed. I know you're already kind of committed to watching it in theaters, and yeah, guys, and by the way, calm down out there. Star Wars isn't dead. We still got the Mandalorian and all that stuff, and I don't know. Let me know in the comments below, guys. What did you think of the Rise of Skywalker? I'm sorry if I missed a couple of things, just because there's a lot in this film. And maybe you're just, and let me know if you're just like me. Did you when you saw it the first time you weren't really into it, but then you saw the second time you got into it? Yeah, let me know in the comments below what you guys think, and I'll keep you guys posted on when those videos will be those other Star Wars videos I'll be posting about will be going up. And I will not be posting any type of video on of course tomorrow. It's Christmas Day, by the way. Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays to everyone. I'm gonna try to see if I could post a video on Friday, because then my camera is definitely gonna be charged and I could post more and work on my edits back again. And as for things, I don't know if I mentioned, I actually been changing up my review scores. Nothing wrong with the score. I'm still gonna stick to the 5 number, but I'm gonna add some animations, some specific. If you follow me on Instagram, by the way, if you haven't followed me on Instagram, follow me below. Links below. I've been working on some animations just to spice things up a little bit, a little crude. But anyways, guys, those are my thoughts about The Last Jedi. My head's still kind of spinning, trying to talk about all this, and as of right now, I'm recording. It is about 26 minutes and 20 seconds. Kind of a little under 30 minutes, which is good, kind of. But yeah, let me know in the comments below what you think, and if you like this video, please follow me, click that subscribe button, and follow me on Instagram. I'll keep you posted on what I'm doing, and we're getting closer to the new year, and I'm definitely gonna try harder, whether it be doing like short films, even if the idea is stupid in my head, I'm just gonna do it, and doing more videos. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Okay, and I'll catch you guys next time. This has been Kimuchi Turtle. See ya.